I'm sure you're used to me opening the shows in the past, but I try to steer away from that for the moment. But I did start this one off because I have exciting news. As you know, the Combine was extended through outside circumstances, but very soon it will be coming to an end. On the 1st of March 2024, we will be hosting the WIW Draft Night, where 10 women, 10 tag teams, and only 20 singles male competitors will be drafted to WIW and allocated points based on their draft stock. It's going to be a tight competition, and after tonight's episode, the first mock draft will be posted on our Twitter page, so be sure to follow us there. And we are looking forward to seeing what the future of WIW brings us here tonight, and you get to see even more action. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry that you had to see whoever that was not a part of tonight's entertainment. That was not supposed to be the case. A fan, from what we gather, has jumped the barricade and has attacked the general manager of WIW. We've got that situation cleared of. The security have thrown him out the building, but to my knowledge, that's all I can really comment on the subject. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Darren Jacobs, and welcome to WIW. An abrupt start, a very weird one indeed, but we kick things off with the returning Sandra Piper. Last week, making a mission statement by taking out the winner of the Battle Royal, Amber Young, one of the greatest women's competitors we've ever seen in WIW returns, one of the longest reigning women's champs, one of the first women's champs, and she is here to once again re-establish her dominance. We did not think she was coming back, but here she is again, and tonight, she takes on someone else who's looking to prove herself, representing the Acolytes. It is Akira Black. She got a debut win, was unfortunate in the Battle Royal. She couldn't follow that up with another repeat success, but she's probably grateful now, seeing that Sandra Piper took out the competitor Amber Young after her victory. And this is going to put the whole women's division on notice, but if Akira Black can come in and beat her, it bumps her stock up massively. It drops the stock of Sandra Piper, because we don't know what kind of shape Sandra Piper's in. It's been a long time since she's been in a WIW ring, and it's a long time since we've covered her. But Akira Black we've covered very recently, and she's an up-and-coming star in WIW. One of the bright sparks of the Acolytes run so far in the Combine. Tonight she has a huge chance to put her name on the map and prove her worth here in WIW against a legend in Sandra Piper. 15 minutes on the clock, bell rings and away we go. And look at Akira Black going straight for Sandra Piper, not backing down from the former women's champ. And this is a match that the whole women's division will be watching on eagerly to see how things progress. Oh my god, massive suplex there from Sandra Piper. The return of Sandra Piper will have definitely sent shockwaves down the women's division. The former women's champion, when you talk about some of the greats of WIW, there's probably not many as successful as Sandra Piper. She was a dominant force, able to choke out any of her opponents, but also could do it by pinfall. She could do it by any means. She was the dominant woman on the Mayhem brand until she was eventually put down by Hallie Ritchie. And Hallie Ritchie, of course, went on to be the women's champion for the rest of the tenure. So Sandra Piper, this is a huge return for her. And right now, Akira Black is taking it right to her. She is showing no signs of backing down from the much bigger challenge. We've already seen the threat that Akira Black brings, of course, once again, representing the Acolytes. So she needs to get the job done here for that team to help boost their stock. And oh, into the still steps. And this is smart play from Akira Black. She's being on top of Piper. She knows the threat that she possesses
You've only ever had to see one WIW match of hers to know how dangerous she is, how much damage she can produce. Sandra Piper is a huge victory if you can get it, and Akira Black right now is looking on track to do just that. She's staying on top of her, she's staying in control, and now look at this, more fists and more combos, and another shot to the back. Akira Black is on fire right now, and Sandra Piper showing a bit of ring rust maybe. She looked poised last week on her return, but her return, of course, was a blindsided attack on the winner Amber Young, who is currently 2-0, and probably one of the top prospects in the women's division, hence why she decided to go and introduce herself in that way. But Akira Black, of course, with a win on her debut and a not too terrible performance in the Battle Royal, she's definitely going to be someone else with high draft stock in the women's division. Early cover here on Piper, and a strong 2 count. And that's a worry sign here for Piper. Maybe she hasn't been on top form in the past 5 years. I don't know what she's been doing in that time. We didn't even think she was returning to WIW. And yet she made her triumphant return last week and now needs to put down to talk. And look at this, Akira Black right in the face of Sandra Piper, daring her to bring it as she continues to pummel her. And now back to her feet. Can she do anything? No, she can't. Akira Black stays in control. An impressive showing from Akira Black. Sandra Piper finally with a reversal. But Akira straight back to her feet, almost unfazed by anything that Piper is doing. And this is not the showing that Piper would want on her return. Another good combo there from Akira Black. Spins it back around. And now maybe looking Widow's Peak. And she finds it. What a beautiful combination from Akira Black. And Sandra Piper, we know she has a submission of her own. But can she survive this one? She's in serious trouble already of having a very bad upset. But the sidewalk slam gets her out of dodge. And now maybe she can go on the offensive. We saw this earlier in a match of suplex. This time she holds on, following through on the German with a second German suplex. Holding on for one more in quick succession. A third suplex. Akira straight back up, but she isn't up from the backhand. She got caught off balance into the cover. Sandra Piper's in trouble. 2 count. And Piper with a bit of frustration here. She hit some devastating maneuvers, but surely she can't have thought that that was enough to get the job done. She's going to need to find something else to do it. And there it is, the bangarang. One of her big moves that we know has won matches in the past. Is that enough to put away Akira Black? Yes, it is. Exactly what we were talking about with Piper. She is dangerous. It doesn't matter how many moves there are. Their moves are so impactful. She gets in and she gets the job done. A huge win for the return of Sandra Piper, and she reminds everyone why she was the top of the women's division all that time ago.
It was far from a perfect performance from Sandra Piper, but the move, power, and impact was able to get it. Oh, hold on a minute from behind, Amber Young! Amber Young is here, and it doesn't look like she's taking cheap shots. It looks like she's just reminding Sandra Piper that she's messed with the wrong person. Well, this is definitely a development we're going to have to follow through. Amber Young doesn't take the cheap shot. She doesn't sell for retaliation. But she is putting Sandra Piper on notice that she is not finished with her yet. This is going to be one hell of a collision course between these two epic superstars. Let's move on down the rest of tonight's card. Ladies and gentlemen, a quick stop in the action tonight because we've managed to get a word in with the natural born thriller, Sylar Jordan. Sylar, first of all, welcome back, man. It's good to see you. Tell us how you've been feeling. What is your thoughts about your return so far? It hasn't been perfect, but how do you see your success so far in terms of the results and how you've been performing? Thank you, Darren, and can I just say, whilst I have the time, what an honor it is to be back in WIW. It was one of my first homes, and I'm so grateful that it is back. In terms of result, as you point out, it hasn't been a good start for me, but the natural born thriller has always rised above any obstacle in his way. You'll all remember me coming in Road to Glory, and you'll all remember me dominating the division from the get-go. I came in and I became European champion straight away, and I haven't had the same level of success yet, but I am the natural born thriller. And if anyone knows how to get the job done, it's me. A slow start, yes. But destined for success, absolutely. And as long as I remain on the... Whoa. Destined for success? Bro, you haven't even won. You haven't beaten me. I've managed to overcome you twice already, dude. If anyone is destined for success in this company, it is the life of the party, not some has-been calling himself a Thriller when he's boring me to sleep. I see trolling on Twitter wasn't enough. I guess now you had to bring it to real life as well. At least you had the balls to do it face to face. But for the record, so far, you've thrown me over the top rope and I'll give you that. Otherwise, it was a draw in the first match. So don't go around saying that you've beaten me twice, because that's just not true and it's not what happened. In terms of pins and submissions, you haven't been able to do that to me a single time. Oh, now who's looking at the technicalities? Oh, I haven't pinned or submitted you. First of all, you haven't done that to me either. And second of all, if we're talking just pure wins, the score is Life of the Party, 1. Natural Born Thriller, 0. So, the way I see it, you're going nowhere. I'm going to end up top of the pile at some point, the Life of the Party. Maybe you're looking at the new Natural Born Thriller, because I'm bringing the excitement, the joy, the freshness to WIW, and you're bringing nothing but L's to the table. You're right, you've beaten me so far, and I haven't been able to beat you. So how about we change that tonight? In the main event, no one else, no gimmicks, just you and me, pinfall and submission. Does that sound okay with you, Mr. Party Man? Let me think about that. Sure, I suppose I can give you my time. Best of luck, Mr. Thriller. Well, statement, it has been made, and I can confirm that the main event of tonight's card has been confirmed and locked in by the general manager. Sylar Jordan will go one-on-one with the Life of the Party, Jay Evans. But before that, we've got more tag action, and making their debuts tonight, Grimlock and Lockheed, otherwise known as Grayskull. As we get closer to the end of the draft combine and we get towards the draft night, it is getting harder and harder for people to come in and make a good first impression, because they're going to get limited opportunities the later they join. But these two are looking to make an instant impact here. They've got a classic 2v2 tag match. They've got 15 minutes to show what they can do against another team that are desperately looking to show off what they are capable of. And so tonight they will need to impress as they go up against the Acolytes of the Apocolypse. So far, Akira Black is the only member of the entire group to be able to get a win to date, but these two will now be stepping into the ring with two unknown entities making their debut. And of course, winning on your debut in WIW lore is the hardest thing that you can do, and that definitely goes double for the tag team division, because not many teams are able to do that. So if Grimlock and Lockheed can get the job done here tonight, they have a chance to really rubber stamp their names in the top of the tag team prospects. So many great teams so far, I have no idea who's really going to walk out with the top picks and who's going to make a cut. But tonight, these two teams have a chance to really prove that they belong with the cream of the crop here in WIW's tag divisions.
15 minutes on the clock, bell rings and away we go, and we start off here this tag match for two people who are desperate to prove themselves, of course. Grimlock and Lockheed debuting here tonight, and a big win would go a long way. And straight away here, some tag maneuvers as Lockheed is tagged in almost instantly. As for the Acolytes, they're going to desperately need this win. They haven't had the best of starts to life. The only winner in the entirety of the Acolytes right now is Akira Black, and she hasn't been able to repeat the success of the first day. Left Lordicus there getting a bit close and personal there as he was testing the submission, and I think he's managed to get himself out of there, and he does. And for Grayskull, making their debut this late into the combine, they're going to be desperate for success. And so they're going to need these victories early on to get their momentum up in a tag division that is building in tension. You saw both of the four corners last week, and they really were sensational matches. So for these two teams to get some singles action in terms of a 2v2 classic tag match, this is a big chance for both of these teams to show what they can do. And getting caught taunting here now is the Acolytes. And now once again looking for a bit more tag team maneuvers. But again, I think they saw this one coming. And they're able to deal with that situation. And now can they maybe get some offense of their own going. Big military press slam. And now going to try and wipe out Grimlock as well. To get an extra little shot in there. And the Acolytes are taking control. And Azrael now begging him to come back to his feet. Lockheed. They had a good start here at the Grayskull, but they are slipping away now as the Acolytes are trying to get themselves in control. And now Lockheed showing off a bit of strength here. Very big man is Azrael, but all of them really in the Acolytes. Austin Black isn't exactly the tallest, but I mean, he's still quite up there compared to everybody else. And like I say, we were talking last week about the Four Corners tag matches, and they really showed everyone's talents off, but I mean, the biggest one of the two matches really was a bit of a mismatch of things. Wolf and Kane were eliminated on an early count-out. Then, of course, the rope break controversy for the Tea Party Express. Everyone's going to be desperate to prove themselves, and they'll take the wins where they can. They're definitely going to help their draft stock, but of course, for the Samoan Society, they'll be happy with the win, but for the others, they'll be questioning it. Early cover here again off the turnbuckle smash, and I think Grimlock was there to break it up anyway, but it is a 1 count. And they're looking confident now, the Acolytes, and this is what they needed. They need confidence boosters to show what they're really about, because right now their draft stock is plummeting, and they need to find ways to improve it. And getting a win here over a rookie tag team, or at least a rookie tag team in WIW, would be a good way to do it. And now Lockheed once again trying to get Azrael back to his corner, but once again, Azrael sees it coming. Azrael trying to stay in control of Lockheed, and he slams him down here. Still in the early goings here. Oh, maybe a chance for a hot tag. It was avoided, but Lockheed was still able to advance further forward here, and now can get back on the offensive. Looking for a full Nelson, but broken again by Azrael. Azrael really seems to have Lockheed's number here, and now he's on the retreat, but Azrael is not letting him just roll out of the ring. Blocks his path. And I think Grayskull needed a second to recover here. They're trying to get their tag offense in, but the menace that is Azrael is proving to be a difficult obstacle in the way of that massive clothesline. Takes the big man off his feet, and he does finally get the tag. Back in comes Grimlock. And Grimlock, oh my god! What a re-entry! Folds him inside out on the clothesline. Cover, and it's a 2 count. And now feeling confident now is Grimlock, but once again gets caught taunting. Exact same mistake that Azrael made a moment ago, and Azrael's been able to capitalize off it. Into the cover. Is that enough to get rid of Grimlock? No, it isn't. And a tentative 5 minutes, but if you were scoring the card right now, you would say the Acolytes have this one pretty in control. And now he's maybe thinking the same, trying to look to put Grimlock away. What's he thinking? Dominator in the middle of the ring! Nowhere near the ropes. No need to worry about that, but he did need to worry about Lockheed coming and break it up. And Lockheed does so. And what a performance it's been from the Acolytes. And in comes Akane to try and keep in control. Azrael does a great job of giving the Acolytes control. Can they stay in that kind of momentum, or will we be seeing a change in momentum? Massive spinebuster there from Grimlock. And Grimlock now follows him to the outside. Lockheed maybe acting as a distraction there, but it didn't quite pay off as Grimlock gets hit with the DDT. And for a team like Grayskull, it's all about showing now their resilience here, keeping the fight alive, and showing that they can do the comeback. Two teams that are very reliant on power, just on how we're seeing them operate so far at a count of 5. And Grimlock was hesitant to get back in there because he see Lockheed was dealing with Akane, and now might be able to take advantage of that fact. German suplex, beautifully done. Akane straight back to his feet though, needs to stay on him, and he does with another German suplex. Very well done there. Hooking the leg again, trying to get the cover here, but wow, Azrael was quick in to save that one. And now Azrael is cleared from the ring. And Akane now left with Grimlock, and Grimlock might be able to take advantage of that fact. Grimlock gets him up, military press, slams him down. Hook of the leg, is that enough to get the win for Grayskull here? No break in the action as Lockheed dealt with his partner. It's a 2 count. And that was almost the end of proceedings there for the Acolytes. The crowd are now getting really hyped for this one. 9 minutes remaining. Right now the two non-legal men scrapping on the outside, whilst Grimlock is dealing with Akane in the ring. Can he find a way to wrap this one up? They have taken back control now. Massive clothesline. Holds the arm though. Gets him poised back up for a second one. And now we're starting to see it. The power coming into play here. Grimlock turning the tide here for his team. And now going to tag back in Lockheed, who is still was looking at the outside there at the non-legal man. He needs to pay attention now to the legal man. Azrael retreating back to his corner, and it's important that he does, because if his partner gets hit with any more big offense, this match could be over. 8 minutes remaining now. The only 2v2 tag match we've had so far went to a time limit draw. Would we be looking at the same thing here? Rake of the eyes, and a massive clothesline to follow through. Straight back into the cover. Is that enough to get rid of Lockheed? No, it isn't. High octane offense right now is what we are seeing. In comes Azrael again. These two are scrapping on the outside. Caught the clothesline. Now hooks him up onto the shoulders. Beautiful transition there. Beautifully done. Rolling thunder from Lockheed, who tags back in Grimlock straight away. Azrael turns around to find the new man, and is not fazed by it. Oh my god! Texas pile driver from Azrael. And what a tag match we are seeing. I feel like we're starting to come close to an end. Everyone's taking a beating in this match. It's about now who can find the finishing touch, and intercepting the tag there as Akane once again re-enters the match. Grimlock trying to get him back into his team's corner. Smart strategy. These two have been trying to work together more. I feel like there's been more tag work between Lockheed and Grimlock, but Azrael and Akane have been recognizing that and have been attempting to cut it off as often as they could. And now staying on top of him here. 7 minutes remaining. Another tag looks like it's in the offing, and it is. Back in comes Azrael. And a massive clothesline avoided. Very well done there by Azrael. Starting to scout the advanced maneuvers that are coming towards him. Sidewalk slam. Grimlock now crawling to his corner. And Azrael gets caught taunting. Tag. Back in comes Lockheed. Can Lockheed find something here? No, Azrael was able to spot it and pounced on it before any momentum shift could happen. 6.5 minutes remaining. Lockheed and Akane, the legal men. And now look at this. Akane has him in a bad spot. This could be the end of proceedings here. Sit out powerbomb. Straight into the cover, but straight away once again, Azrael is there to deal with it. And that could have been the end of proceedings there. But once again able to evade. Look at that, just tossing him around the ring. Desperate both teams now to try and find a way to wrap this up. We are almost 2/3 of the way through this match. And right now, the best we've got from either team is a 2 count. And what is he doing here? Into the submission. This could be the way to go. It could be, but Azrael once again makes the save. Oh, and Lockheed now turning his attention to Azrael, trying to deal with this outside interference. And that's probably the smart strategy. If he's going to keep intervening, let him have it. And that is a massive suplex, and back in comes Grimlock. And now both Acolytes are down. Grayskull looking to take advantage of that fact. And now these two on the outside with a toss into the barricade there. Might get himself back into the ring, and he does. The Acolytes now have the control of the ring. But once again, it looks like they're getting a bit too confident. And Grimlock doesn't appreciate it. Back into the ring he comes, and the Acolytes now... What's he thinking? Got him in the power, set up for a powerbomb position. And he finds one as well. Almost jackknife style in the way he delivers it. And now, tag made. Decided not to go off the cover off it, which is interesting because Grimlock really looked like he was down. Now going to go for the cover. After a little bit of just tossing him into the opposite corner. That could be enough. But Grimlock's able to power through. And that was clever there from Azrael, just throwing him further into his corner, but may have taken too long to get the cover off the impact move. And that could have been a mistake there that they might live to regret. But now maybe looking for some tag offense of their own. Grimlock trying to fight out of the corner, not let them get their offense going, and that is exactly what he does. And now Grimlock trying to take him to his corner. Oh, and Lordicus getting in the way there. He had to try and make a move around the ref. And Def Lordicus might have just cost him there about being able to make a tag. And now a headbutt there from Azrael. who goes back to his corner to make a tag, and he gets one. 4 minutes remaining. These teams need to find a way to wrap this one up if they can. Big headbutt. And now we're going to try and target Lockheed, but Lockheed saw it coming. Very well done there from Lockheed. And now a desperation crawl to the opposite side of the ring, was looking for the tag, but Grimlock saw it coming. 3.5 minutes left for one of these teams to find a finishing maneuver. Was looking for a tag. Once again, Akane saw it coming, and he dealt with it. Looking for a DDT, but he's countered with a clothesline. And these teams are starting to read each other now. It's been deep into the matchup. No one's been able to find a winner, but these guys have come pretty close. Now with Lockheed, the legal man, desperately trying to find his way to a winner here. Can he do it? Big strikes, and again, a series of combinations now, and another shot to the head. Lockheed is taking control, and he needs to do something fast here to wrap this one up. We are running out of time. Into electric chair drop, and that's pushed him further back into his corner, which is clever. But it's about now whether he can capitalize on that momentum. Drags away from the corner. Maybe try to drag him away from the rope so he can take advantage. Crawling to make a cover, or to make a tag, excuse me, and he finds it. Back in comes Azrael, and Azrael straight away with this combination of kicks, and he lands it. And now looking maybe to finish this one off. Can he find a way to pin Lockheed and get this one done? Looking for the Dominator again. Lockheed in trouble. Dominator. And with 2 minutes to go, that could be the finishing blow. But he's not paying attention as the legal man is saved by the non-legal man. And outside they roll. Needed a second to recover. And now look at this. Azrael up top. This is not where you'd expect the big man to be. And he lands the double axe handle. 2 minutes remaining. And a headbutt that it looks like has just cut the face of Lockheed. Desperately need to find something now. One of these two teams. 2 minutes remaining. A big win here is up for grabs. They do not want to go to a time limit draw. And look at this. Oh, caught again. Lockheed is cut just below the eye, it looks like. That is not going to help his cause. 90 seconds remaining on the clock. And one of these teams find a winner in this matchup. Tag needed. Tag found. Back in comes Grimlock. And at the count of 6, he comes back into the ring. And Grimlock wipes him out. And Grimlock now trying to take control of the situation. Went for the clothesline. Was anticipated. But look at this. He stays on top. He deals with it well. And now trying the clothesline again. Still can't find it. Azrael's getting cocky. And he might live to regret that. Huge mistake made here. German suplex. Azrael was confident that he was blocking the clotheslines well, but wasn't paying attention. And now with a minute left, in a vulnerable position here. Can they find a way to wrap this one up here? A chance now for Grimlock to put this away. Grabs him by the throat again, looking for the military press slam if he can find it. And plants him down. Cover again. This time no interruptions. 30 seconds left. This is the last chance. And they get it. With just 30 seconds remaining. Grayskull pick up a win in their debut. An impressive performance from both teams. But in the end, the newest team on the block get the job done. An impressive victory over the Acolytes. Back to the drawing board for them. They nearly managed to pull it off. They almost found a draw. But in the end, Grimlock and Lockheed get the job done. They find victory here in this amazing tag team contest and put their name on the map in WIW. Let's move on down the rest of tonight's card.
Well, next up tonight, a fatal four-way, as we have been doing through the course of the trials. Again, more to determine rank placement compared to everyone else. For all of these ones involved, it's about proving themselves. And the first out is SDC, the hero of wrestling, the winner of the match between him and King Sam, of course, at the main event, which is definitely helping his scoring. But SDC needs to keep the ball rolling, try and get some wins under his belt and re-establish himself. We all know what this man is capable of. A true servant of WIW, he's a loyalist, and he is a fantastic competitor. But he needs to start proving that with wins, or people are going to start questioning his credibility. We all know he's going to have quite a high draft stock. He was in the 3rd Battle Royal the other week, where he had a chance to prove himself once again against Steven. But Steven right now proving to be the hero's kryptonite, as it were. But for SDC, he is not the only person targeting Stephen Thomas and the #1 spot. Out next, James Barton, and his story has been quite repetitive so far. He's come out, he's put in some great showings, he's shown he's got a fantastic moveset for a luchador, exactly the style you'd expect. But what he hasn't been able to do is convert them into wins because he has these huge spouts of momentum and then runs low on stamina, and then once he gets capitalized on, he's unable to pick up the victory. And in such a tight competitive field, the singles men division is the most stacked division that we have, and some people are just not going to make the cut. And if you're going to make the cut, you need to start getting some wins under your belt. And that rings true here for Dino D as well. He has the fact that he is an alumni in WIW to his name, but right now, it hasn't exactly been the best of returns for this man. We know the hardships and the struggles that he's been through to get himself high in the WIW ranks in the past. And of course, who could forget his legendary war with John Cutter that led into Insomnia, but he couldn't come out the victory then either. This is the thing for Dino D. He needs to re-establish himself, get his momentum going, and a couple of wins here could certainly do that. And the same goes here for the real deal Stephen Miller, another Mayhem competitor who we know can do great things. Of course, who can forget his 2-month unbeaten streak when he first signed for WIW. It looked like the sky was the limit for him. Unfortunately, he never quite hit his max potential because time was cut short. But he has to start getting that ball rolling again. I don't know what he's been doing in between these 5 years, but what we do know is that he is a top-level competitor at his best. But he needs to get back to his best if he's going to progress here in the WIW ranks. We know he's a top-tier competitor, and we know how special he can be. But tonight, the real deal needs to get in there, get the job done, and get out to really stamp his mark here in WIW. He knows what he has to do. He has the mission right in front of him. Can he complete that mission and take a huge win here tonight in this Fatal 4-Way to help determine his rank? Put 15 minutes on the clock, bell rings, and away we go. And straight away, Dino D getting tossed out of the ring, and SDC trying to take on everyone right now. No attempts to make allies, and he's going straight for Barton as well, trying to complete the set. Oh god, hold on a minute. Dino D just wipes out the ref accidentally. I think Lordicus is going to shrug it off, but not a good first impression when your first hit of the match is on the referee. Dino D now trying to go back to SDC, who tried to get rid of him in the first instance. And now the two lighter men of Stephen Miller and James Barton coming in, trying to make an impact, and SDC flying off. And this is the level we expect to see from SDC. Going for the early cover here, but I think maybe Barton might have interfered with it, and that's why the referees told him to separate. And for all 4 of these men, it's about placement here, trying to prove their worth and establish their dominance in WIW. In terms of the mock draft, the lower end of the table is going to be the hardest because, again, not everyone's going to have wins to their name, and the wins are not the be-all and end-all. So it's about proving yourself with the 15 minutes you're given. If you take it to the distance but you lose, that's still an impressive victory, and no one is going to bat an eyelid at a match like that. So you've got to come in here and really show yourself. And here's Stephen Miller with a chair, and went to use it on SDC, but he deals with it well. And these two scrapping on the outside. Meanwhile, Dino D trying to take control in the middle of the ring. Cut back to the outside. Big GTS into a German suplex, which almost lands on the chair. And for 3 of the 4 of these men, they know each other pretty well. Dino D, SDC, Stephen Miller, they're all WIW originals. They all know what they're capable of. For James Barton, he's coming in an unknown entity. A rookie to these guys, and he's come in with some flair, but not the finishing product that he would have liked. So tonight he has a huge chance against 3 WIW alumni to get a huge victory here to really rubber stamp his authority in WIW. Now remember, there are no disqualifications or countouts, but you do need to get the win inside the ring. That is the only caveat here. And now Barton once again inside the ring with Dino D, whilst on the outside, Stephen Miller has used the chair to take control of the hero of wrestling. And now a submission in the middle of the ring here. Fujiwara armbar following what looked to be a Rana. And Dino D able to escape pretty quickly and lands the big boot. And now seeing SDC has arrived back in the ring, turns his attention to him and scoops him up with a scoop slam. And now kicking the chair out of his hand. Stephen Miller very dependent on the chair right now. I guess if weapons are legal, why wouldn't you use them to get that extra impact in? Uppercut there to Barton. Barton retreats, and now the chair once again trying to come back into play. Dino D saw it coming, and he's going to deal with Stephen Miller there, taking him out with the elbow. But from behind, he's wiped out by SDC. And this is what I'm talking about. Dino D, SDC, Steve Miller, they know each other well. The unknown here is James Barton, but Barton is proving to be a little bit of a problem for people here, because he's come in, had these flurries of offense, but it's now whether he can finish the product here. Early cover here from SDC, trying to get rid of Dino D first, and that is only good enough for the 2 count. And now using the chair to full effect, and Miller did not appreciate that as he's been using the chair the whole match. Guess he's taking ownership of that chair. Irish whip. The 2 men scrapping off in the ring. The real deal and the hero of wrestling. Big scoop slam, power slam, excuse me. And now SDC trying to break away from the grip of Stephen Miller. He's unable to do so, but he's wiped the leg and now found a bit of breathing room. And now look at this, into the Dragon Sleeper. We've seen him wrap up matches with this before. Is that going to be enough? Dino D watching on, making sure it is, and trying to stop Barton from messing with it in any way. I don't think he would have broke it up, but certainly looked like he was coming to get involved in the action. And now off the snapmare here, Barton was caught distracted, and it's a 2 count, and now the chair once again coming into play. Stephen Miller wipes out SDC with the chair. And that is the story of the match so far. SDC in this, receiving the chair shots, and not just SDC. Oh, no, Barton able to intercept. Hurricane Rana takes the chair out of his hands. And James Barton is now rolling. He cleared the ring, and now has Stephen Miller in a guillotine. A huge chance here to put the match away as he locks in the guillotine. Can he find it? Can he get Stephen Miller to tap? And that would be, I think, one of his first eliminations in the Combine. That would be a huge victory if he could get it. Unable to, as Stephen Miller is able to escape. Now with a back elbow there, gets the smaller man down. Both of these men former cruiserweights, or at least former in Miller's sense. Massive spike DDT. Is that enough to get rid of him? It is! And the same story repeats itself for James Barton, who is eliminated first. A great flurry of offense, unable to capitalize, and that is taken advantage of there by Steve Miller, who once again goes back to the chair. And now back in the ring goes SDC, waiting for Miller. Oh, but saw the chair coming, tried to react to it, but didn't react well enough. And the chair strike lands. We are 2/3 of the way through this contest. We've had 1 elimination, and now Miller might have made a mistake because he's been cut with the same chair that he's using. You can see the cut above the head there as the crossface is applied. Dino D re-entering the ring here, but he's going to let it happen. Not going to save Stephen Miller. And oh, catches SDC on the way out with a big boot. And now Stephen Miller might be able to take advantage of Dino D, who chose to go for the down man in SDC first. Stephen Miller is cut. Using that chair might have now come at his detriment. Desperately trying to get rid of Dino D, make it a 1v1, 2 count. And oh, look at this, flying in there. Caught Miller off guard, and he might be able to get him here. Miller's already cut, and Miller is eliminated. Huge elimination there, and now Dino D looking to take advantage. He could wrap it up here as well. Power slam down from the beautiful position there, and now might be able to take advantage. SDC went for Stephen Miller, and now Dino D has managed to swoop in here. What's he going for? Massive forearm. A knockout blow to land the finishing touches, and Dino D gets his first win of the Draft Combine. An impressive victory there. He avoided the big blows, and he managed to get the win. A much needed one, you felt, for Dino D. An impressive competitor who finally gets himself on the board here in the Draft Combine. SDC will be upset with that one. He concentrated on Miller, took advantage of the cut, and was able to get that elimination. But unfortunately for him, SDC was able to strike, lands a devastating forearm, something we haven't really seen from him before, showing his knockout strength there, and a big win as a result. A huge performance from him, and a big boost up the rankings that'll be for Dino D. Let's move on down the rest of tonight's card. Wait, hold on a minute. Don't cut just yet. What is happening back here? It looks to me like the members of Justice and Original Brad as well are scrapping with the Divine Right backstage. And this is what I'm talking about. Things have just absolutely fallen apart between these three, and now it's just escalating to the point where they can't keep their hands off each other. They're all just scrapping all over the backstage area, and this is getting out of control. The animosity between Skeens and Foster has developed so much that there's just a hatred between all 6 of these men at this point. The Divine Right are pissed at their loss, and now they're trying to get some shots back maybe, or maybe just spark this attack. We don't know what happened. We were just told that things have escalated backstage. Now look at this. They're literally destroying the backstage arena. And Skeens and Foster, of course, going at each other, but it looks like backup has arrived. They're just scrapping all over the arena, and things are going to get bad here if they're not careful. Oh my god, no! He's just fallen! Someone get me! Well, I apologise for the abrupt cut there, but we had to try and get security out there to break it up. Things are getting too heated between those two groups, and is leading to serious injuries. We're being reported that Lawless has been able to stand, but he has been taken to a hospital to get some medical treatment. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Things are escalating out of control. Next up tonight, another fatal 4-way match, and out comes the big man, Ahmet Ali. Right now, probably looking at one of the top 3 picks in the WIW draft. He has come out of nowhere, and he has absolutely dominated the competition. Tonight, another win, in another fatal 4-way, would see him skyrocket to the top. He was in the final 2 with Stephen Thomas in the Battle Royal. Stephen Thomas able to outlast him. And tonight, he has a chance to improve upon that with another victory and really start to see him escalate himself even further to the top, because he's going to be in the top pick conversation very soon. Next up, William Stylez, who made his debut last week in a triple threat and was able to get the victory. The general manager has liked what he's seen, and he's given him another opportunity tonight to show what he is capable of. Someone else who really needs to show what they're capable of tonight is Robert Hall. A big opportunity for him to get another win under his belt in this 4-way. A chance for him to demonstrate his ability, because again, right now he's leaning to the lower end of the draft pool, and that is really what it's about in these stages, with the draft coming rapidly. 1st of March, in fact, the draft night. This is a big chance for these guys to really show their stuff and get their opportunities in. And beating someone like Ahmet Ali, who right now is a top prospect, would be a great example of taking advantage of your opportunities. Someone who desperately needs to show themselves right now is the Greek god and former 2-time tag team champion, Durmus. In fact, maybe he was a 3-time, I guess, if you count the joint reign he had as Mayhem Fight Night Tag Team Champion. Durmus is extravagant, and we know he's a good wrestler. But so far, it just hasn't come to fruition for him. He hasn't been able to make it stick here throughout the combines, and tonight, he has another opportunity to do that, and a chance at revenge on Ahmet Ali, of course, who came out and debuted against Durmus. A huge chance for him tonight, and everyone in this matchup. 15 more minutes on the clock, bell rings, and away we go. And straight away, some interesting pairings there. Stylez was under threat from Durmus with a DDT, but was able to counter it. And for William Stylez, he has impressed in his debut, but it's now about whether or not you can follow that up. Winning in your debut is hard. Following that up is also hard, because not many people get the chance to really show off what they can do. And Stylez has been given another opportunity here to show what he can do. And look at that, Ahmet Ali running straight into the path of Stylez, and now Durmus once again trying to deal with him, and Robert Hall doing the smart thing here and bringing the weapons in. We saw Stephen Miller depending on the chair in the last match. That did come at his detriment in the end, because he got what I can only assume was a concussion. He's having a look backstage at the medical as well, and that hospital backstage is filling up, I guess, between him, Big Willie, and all of that jazz. You know, we've got so many people right now in the hospital, and that is the life of a superstar in WIW. You gotta be prepared to go to war, and look at this. Beautiful combination of strikes yet again from William Stylez, but he has to turn around straight away and deal with Ahmet Ali. He does, but he has to turn around again, because once again, Durmus is behind him. And this is the thing with a fatal 4-way. You need to have your head on a swivel. You need to know at all times what is happening. And Ahmet Ali right now cleaning house. A running headbutt to Durmus. He's already had one win over Durmus. Another one here would go a long way. But for anyone who could topple the beast, it would be big. Getting him into a Widow's Peak here. Excuse me, a Black Widow. Excuse me. But he's unable to cinch it incorrectly enough. And Robert Hall gets taken out with a sidewalk slam. And right now, all three of them targeting the big man. Robert Hall sees that as an opportunity to take Stylez from behind with a half and half. And right now, look at this, Robert Hall. I'll give it to him. His credit, he has not backed down from Ahmet Ali in the slightest, and he's managed to take the big man off his feet. And in an attempt to get him out of here, gets into the cover, but has only managed a one. And now the kendo stick being picked up by Stylez, and a kendo stick battle! Lightsaber style there between Durmus and Stylez, and Durmus wins that exchange with kendo sticks. And the Greek god, former leader of the League of Gods, with Black Jesus, of course, has won the Mayhem and Fight Night tag team titles on multiple occasions. He hasn't had too much luck in terms of single success, but he'll be hoping to do so very, very shortly. And now look at this. Irish whip. Ahmet Ali stays standing. Oh my good lord! That looked like Durmus was flying as well as Ahmet Ali. Oh my goodness. The power that this man possesses. This is why he's a top prospect. Everyone is struggling to deal with him. None more so than Ahmet Ali. And now look at this. Ahmet Ali trying to go for that powerbomb we saw not too long ago. Get the job done, but Hall escapes. Tries to land a knee to take him off his feet, but the big man still doesn't go down. And he plants Robert Hall with a suplex. Now Stylez re-entering the ring. He's going to go after Durmus as well. Keep your eyes peeled on Stylez. He is looking to me like a hot prospect here in WIW. He's entered in the later stages, but he is not backing down from anyone here, let alone Ahmet Ali, who right now is trying to take the whole ring on his own, because everyone is targeting the big man. And now Irish whip there from Robert Hall. Went for the kitchen sink, missed. Went for a shoulder tackle, did Stylez, missed. Went for a shoulder tackle, did Robert Hall, missed. Ahmet Ali is running rush shot, and he's taking all comers. Stylez now trying to get him in the corner and slow down momentum, but once again, Durmus has put a stop to that. They really need to work together here. But that was a very nice high-angle sidewalk slam, to be fair. And now Durmus was once again back in the clutches of Ahmet Ali, who's saved by Robert Hall, though. And Ahmet Ali, and this is what I'm talking about, this is what you've got to do against the biggest threat. You've got to recognize and identify who the biggest threat is and work together to take him out. But once again, Durmus not interested in any teamwork or loyalty. Robert Hall saves him, but it comes to nothing. And now Stylez sees Ahmet Ali in a vulnerable position and takes him out with the kendo stick. And now once again, Robert Hall fell into Ali's hand, but this time Durmus does repay the favour. But we're not without a cheap shot to Robert Hall. Is that enough to get rid of him? It isn't. And Stylez is doing his absolute best here to stand toe-to-toe with the big man. Double cover here, and it's a 1 count, and that's only a 2 on Robert Hall, but it's only a 1 on Stylez. And now look at this. Durmus caught Ahmet Ali sleeping. Greetings from Greece. He might get him here. What an upset this would be if Durmus could eliminate the big man himself. No. Only managing a 2 count. And now Stylez might look to take advantage of Durmus, who wasn't paying attention. Looking for a brain buster, but Durmus able to escape it. Durmus now exchanging grapples with him. And Stylez once again showing off his striking prowess. He is very quick with the combos. And the strikes are landing into the cover here as Durmus taken too much damage. Not enough yet to get rid of him. We are 1/3 of the way through this matchup, and then now another series of combinations. The kicks are certainly starting to add up here from William Stylez. And now Stylez breaking the kendo stick over the head of Durmus. Durmus trying to get it up and act like he's not phased. And right now Robert Hall has managed to take Ali out of the equation for a minute. Can one of these three capitalize on the situation? Not for very long. Ahmet Ali is back in the ring, and good lord, oh my goodness! Just tosses him across the ring, and that is the end of Durmus' night. Oh! Oh, I was not expecting that! Durmus showing his resiliency again, and he kicks out at 2. Meanwhile, on the outside, the Black Widow reapplied. Remember, no submissions allowed on the outside. He can apply it, but it's not going to get the job done. But Stylez, anyway, powers out of it. Durmus, the taller man of the two. Harlem Hangover, very nicely done there. Trying to now go up top. A Greek-style elbow here to put away Ahmet Ali. This could be huge if he lands it. Greek-style elbow drop. Durmus now staying on him. He should have gone for the cover there. He had a chance to get rid of Ali. And now Ali has rollen out of harm's way. Well, he's able to survive there without any cover, but Ahmet Ali is on the back burner. He's struggling. And now Robert Hall sees an opportunity. Spinning heel kick. Durmus couldn't capitalize. And now he's been hit with another devastating maneuver. And Robert Hall gets the job done. Durmus is eliminated. He got too caught on his fixation with trying to beat Ahmet Ali, trying to get his win back. He ends up paying the price. Durmus is the first eliminated, and Robert Hall is the first to eliminate. And now Ahmet Ali back to his feet, but he's leaving Stylez and Hall to exchange. Calling, running in for a headbutt, and now Robert Hall targeting the legs here, and that's smart play. Take out the legs of the big man. That's definitely going to weaken him. That is smart strategy here from Robert Hall. And Ahmet Ali could just tap out there. He could have done a tactical tap out, but he refused to give any type of satisfaction to Robert Hall. And now Robert Hall in trouble. 10:31. Slamming him down there. Oh, nice knee from Stylez. And Stylez now with a bit of showboating there, flipping the middle finger to him. And now, as Robert Hall charged at him, he lands a series of combination. And the crowd, I think, are starting to take notice of Stylez. He walked in last week as an unknown, but the fans are starting to take notice of the name now. The self-proclaimed leader of the Stylez Club, bringing it to Ahmet Ali as well. And the crowd are losing their mind, but Robert Hall able to slow things down and take out William Stylez, who was building up a huge head of steam there. And this is definitely going to help his draft stock the way he's going, Stylez, but needs to follow it through with a win if he can. Brainbuster on the outside, that's going to do some damage. And Hall now sees an opportunity to deal with both of them at once. Ali has taken some hits in this match, more than he usually does. It's now going to be a test of whether he's resilient enough to survive the ambush. Robert Hall taken inside, but Stylez gets straight back to his feet. And now he's going to land his series of strikes to Ahmet Ali. And once again, flipping him the bird. Stylez is relishing in the opportunity to show off his style here. And now, Robert Hall, we already know, is a good striker of his own. Taking out Stylez again, and once again, taunting over the big man. And that is a dangerous game to play. If he can get the win, it's going to make him look better. But he needs to get the win, or otherwise, Ahmet Ali is going to make him pay for his hubris. And now a big suplex on the outside to Stylez. What he needs to do now is try and get one of them in the ring to get a cover. Oh, God! And he got made to pay the price, as I mentioned. Ahmet Ali tosses him into the ring post. And now, from behind, Stylez gets rid of Ali. Now can turn his focus to Robert Hall, who turns his focus to him first and gets the Northern Light suplex. Ahmet Ali now slowly walking over, but choosing not to interrupt. Let these two strikers trade it out. Super kick by Robert Hall. And now going to do some strikes to Ahmet Ali, who is stunned but not down. He's on the barricade. And look at this, Robert Hall taunting right in the face of Ahmet Ali now. He's a braver man than I. What's he thinking here? Oh! Nasty stuff! Russian leg sweep to the barricade, and Ahmet Ali is starting to feel the effects. I don't think we've ever, so far, since in the very short time he's been here, seen Ahmet Ali take this much damage. He's definitely hurt. And now Stylez looking to bring another weapon into play. This time he brings a chair. And Stephen Miller might get a bit crossed about that, the way he was attached to that chair in the last match. 5 minutes remaining. 2/3 of the match done. And now Ahmet Ali, look at this, taking his frustrations out. He's sick of the taunting from Robert Hall. Takes advantage, oh, but he isn't paying attention. Wiped out with a lariat by William Stylez, who's begging him to get back up, but has to turn his attention back to Robert Hall, who scoops him up and slams him down. Oh God, Ahmet Ali with the chair, avoided, sweeps the legs of Hall, and now the pace is picking up again. It's slowed down for a moment, but he's free, all going back and forth now. Durmus watching on from the other side, and Stylez is hyping up, and the crowd are on their feet. They are fully behind William Stylez right now. The live people in attendance are loving what they're seeing. Saito suplex. And now, gets Ahmet Ali back in the ring. Is he going to go for the elimination of Ali? Ali back to his feet already. Is he going to rejoin him outside? He does. And now, this time he's going to get a retaliation. Gets Stylez into the ring. Gets Hall into the ring. And all three men are now in a position to be eliminated. And Stylez is going to take advantage of that fact. Ahmet Ali going to get involved. No, he's not. Big spine buster to Robert Hall. Is that enough for Stylez to get the pin? It is. And Stylez is winning over the fans, and he's got a win there over Robert Hall. And with 3.5 minutes left, Stylez is left to take out the big man on his own. But he is rising to the occasion. Massive lariat. And look at this, he's not backing down from the challenge. A series of combinations gets him stumbling. But he stays standing, using the barricade for support. And now look at this. Uranagi to the barricade. And William Stylez is on fire right now. And the crowd are fully behind him. This is a true underdog performance from a rookie who's only been on the roster for 2 weeks. And is showing a level of intensity that I don't think Ahmet Ali was ready for. And now look at this, a headbutt to Ahmet Ali, showing no fear. And I can see here, from my angle, it looks like Ahmet Ali is cut. We have signs of blood. We can confirm that Ali is indeed a human being. He bleeds. And so far, William Stylez has been the first to get him to do that. And a headbutt again. Stylez in complete control. In a complete shock hit. Oh no. Oh! And got a bit too overconfident, trying to stay on top of him there. Gets wiped out and pushed into the steel steps that were pressed against the barricade. And all of a sudden, Ahmet Ali now trying to regain control. Oh! But he's caught with a spear on the way in. This could be enough here. Stylez to get the biggest win of his career. No! Oh my god. 2.9. Ahmet Ali powers out, but he is hurt. We have never seen him this damaged. And he is retreating to the corner. And now Ahmet Ali back up. Lands the drop kick. 1.5 minutes remaining here. Ahmet Ali into the cover to get the win. And again Stylez powers out. But look at the face now of Ahmet Ali. He's getting frustrated. 90 seconds left. Oh my god. The massive double axe handle, sending Stylez flying. That could be the end of his night. But Stylez kicks up again. And the crowd are heavily invested now, and Ali is sensing this match is coming to an end. But he needs to pay attention to what's going on behind him. Stylez now has a chance to wrap this one up. No, can't grab him. Ali wipes him out. We are coming now to the last minute, 60 seconds. Oh my god. Ahmet Ali going up top. This is not what we're used to seeing from the big man. Stylez is trying to hold on in here. He had a huge spell of momentum. Was unable to put the big man away. Now the double axe handle into the cover. Is that enough? Is that enough impact to get the job done? And a face of Ahmet Ali says it all. 2 count. You can see the frustration building. He cannot believe he hasn't put this one away. But now looking to do just that with a choke slam toss. And with just 30 seconds remaining, Stylez held as long as he could. But this monster of a man survives again and wins the Fatal 4-Way. Another huge win for a top 3 prospect in the draft. Stylez, an unbelievable performance, and I definitely think he won over the live crowd here. But Ahmet Ali once again stands tall and once again shows why he's up there in the mock drafts as a top 3 prospect. He is looking to become the #1 prospect overall and has a chance to do that. It's fair to say he's really showing his stuff. But will he be able to get there? A lot of notes there in terms of everyone in that match, but Ahmet Ali stands tall. Let's move on down the rest of the card. Main event time here as confirmed earlier tonight. Sylar Jordan, the natural-born thriller, will be taking on the existential life of the party, Jay Evans. And now these two have gone back and forth quite a bit as of late. Of course, in Jay Evans' debut, he was in a fatal 4-way between him, Aku, Jacoba Kony, and Sylar Jordan. And now these two men colliding again as Sylar Jordan has had enough of Jay Evans. Jay Evans on Twitter straight after the match saying that he was unable to beat him. And he was unable to get the victory. And then the Battle Royal, he manages to survive as long as he could there, Jay Evans, and get a win. And Sylar Jordan is now seeing that as another loss. And now these two get a chance to settle their beef one-on-one, settle the score, and get the job done. Out comes Jay Evans, who, for someone who is the life of the party, seems to be not really trying to make friends here. I guess trying to find a way to stand out. And by standing up to a European champion and proving your worth, you're definitely going to start making a name for yourself that way.
One more time tonight. 15 minutes on the clock. The bell rings and away we go. Went flying in with the knee. Evans saw it coming and they both tried to get the springboard in. Nemo took advantage. Super kick just about lands. It doesn't quite get the full connection he was looking for there. And now the Natural Born Thriller backed off into the ropes here by Jay Evans, who's going to start working the legs. And they both went for the quick start, and it didn't quite work out to either of them. And I think they're getting too caught up in their animosities that they're just flying around the ring, not really paying full attention. The Natural Born Thriller is trying to move past the losses that he's taken so far and progress a bit further forward, but right now, Jay Evans is becoming a constant annoyance at his side. And Jay Evans is someone who has come in and who's made a noise in WIW. Look at this, rolling through here. An incredible, brilliant move there from Jay Evans. And these two have gone back and forth on Twitter, and now they're exchanging things in the ring once again. Another beautiful roll through into the air raid siren neckbreaker. And now Sylar Jordan looking to get some offense in of himself. But once again, Jay Evans proving to be the quicker man at the moment. Sylar Jordan can't get the strikes off. And maybe now we're starting to see that psychological advantage playing into effect. Sylar Jordan has yet to get the win over Jay Evans. He has only lost once to him, though. They did draw the other one. And Aku, I'm sure, will be watching this one closely, as he's being compared to these two a lot since that draw, which was a three-way tie and an early 2-count error from Jay Evans. And Jay Evans, I get he's trying to make a big name for himself. I get he's trying to go after a WIW champion in the past. But this is not showing the correct respect. How are you going to win over the locker room, prove to be a life of the party, claim to be someone who's, you know, just here for a good time, and then starts going around bragging about draws? And as the win he got, to be fair, over Sylar Jordan, wasn't even really a win. But, well, I mean, it was a win, but again, it was a battle royal. You take it as they come, you know. I just think Jay Evans is biting off more than he can chew here, calling out Sylar Jordan, who we know, at his peak, is one of the most dangerous people in WIW. Now Sylar Jordan here with a bit of a run-up here as he takes the fight to the outside. And look at this. Running through into a swinging neckbreaker almost. And now, Jay Evans pouncing back up, not letting Sylar Jordan start to take control of this matchup if he can avoid it, because the momentum shifts are very powerful, as is the ring apron, which he's just used there at his advantage. And a lot of legwork here from Jay Evans, which is interesting. The life of the party trying to take the life out of the legs and the limbs here. And now look at this, he's got both arms here. What's he doing? Oh my god! Oh, nasty stomps to the back of the head. Completely unprotected there was Sylar Jordan. And bringing it back into the ring now is Jay Evans. At the count of 6, he rejoins. And Sylar Jordan has seen an opening, and he's taking it. A series of forearms and a sling blade to follow through. Sylar Jordan now into a cover, trying to get the man done and dusted if he can. A 2-count. And this main event starting to heat up. Big spinning kick. Another cover maybe. No, going to follow it through. He's caught Jay Evans in a bad spot. And now look at this. Oh my god. Massive cutter from the Natural Born Thriller into the cover. Is that enough to get rid of Jay Evans? 2-count. And after a slow start, a comeback is on the horizon for the Natural Born Thriller. Can he keep in control of him? Now going for the Dragon Sleeper. Can he get him? He's inches away from the ropes, but he hasn't got it. That could be enough to get rid of Jay Evans and definitely silence him for the comments he was making earlier. But Jay Evans able to escape. He may be cocky, he may be overconfident, but Jay Evans, you can't argue with the quality in the ring. He has proven to be a top commodity right now, and his draft stock is continuing to rise. Big knee into a Dragon Rana from the Natural Born Thriller, and Jay Evans is once again on the retreat. Look at Sylar Jordan, now going up top from the outside. Massive leg drop, not giving him a second to breathe. We are 2/3 of the way through this match, and the momentum has shifted back into Sylar Jordan's favor. And Jay Evans, Sylar Jordan promised him he might live to regret those words that he made earlier tonight, and it's certainly looking like it. A knee to the face, and a second one as well. Sylar Jordan is letting his frustrations out, looking for a third knee maybe, this time in a ripcord fashion. And this is what we were talking about with Sylar Jordan. We know his ability is tremendous, one of the fastest rising stars of Season 2 of WIW. He came in, was an instant impact in the Road to Glory tournament, came in from the Road to Glory tournament and won the European Championship in less than a few months. It really was an impressive feat. Jay Evans is someone else who has come in, shown promise, and is now looking to continue his rise up the top of the card if he can get there. Massive move there from Jay Evans. Is that enough to get rid of Sylar Jordan? Into the cover. No, it's not. It's a 2 count. A big, powerful kick out there from Sylar Jordan, has to be said. But now in a vulnerable position, and Jay Evans recognizing that, coming in from behind. Massive clothesline. Beautiful combination there from Jay Evans. Can he stay in control, looking for an end of days? Oh, he stayed on his feet though, and he was able to reverse it. Big counter there from Sylar Jordan, looking to reapply the submission quickly. Can he get it? Can he get him this time? He cinched it in, and that's the bell. Big win from Sylar Jordan. Gets the job done eventually. Second time of asking, third time of asking, puts away Jay Evans.
Well, the Natural Born Thriller promised us that he would go back to form, and he certainly has found some there. A huge win for Sylar Jordan. You can see how much that win meant to him. And in a big main event, as always, he steps up to the occasion. Oh, hold on a minute. Aku is here. Aku is here, and he is wiping out both the men. And that just shows there, as a ref tries to get some order in here, that Aku is saying that he's not happy with how things are going either. These three are just becoming entangled with each other, and they're holding each other back here. Sylar Jordan is the winner, but Aku is the one who stands tall at the end of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like if you did. Comment and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Your thoughts and feelings on the show are very much appreciated. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I will see you all in the next episode. Peace.